sold-out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Odafe Owe there on the tackle.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
First carry for Nick Chubb. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Looking middle, and that's complete. Yeah, the Browns are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first in.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 21. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Anthony Walker up behind the line and finishing that play off.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They'll go option on second down, right side. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Out of the gun, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Chubb on the read option. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. David Ajabo, credit him there. He fired across the line and planted him for a loss on the play. Second down, here's Chubb again. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Watson. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far, because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Jackson on first down. That's taken in by Duvernay.
Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
From the 24, Jackson nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 17-0 our score after one. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run here with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They go play action with Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going, and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Browns drive about to get started. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Nifty move. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. They run again on first down. Chubb. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Watson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku, 25 yards for the touchdown. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are. But that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws, they become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. He's got a man complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line. To 25. They're on the 26-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Off of play action, it's Watson. Drops it off for Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield.
There he goes, right side. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, 73 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Well, they talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Go.
Now it's Jackson. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. Shifts by him. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, middle.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing is Jackson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. He'll pitch it. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw? Extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before the break, Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Ravens take over first down 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Jackson to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. Man open is Robinson. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Play action. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. Touchdown! Mark Andrews, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33.
So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so. It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson, middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. One quarter remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one goes incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And it's caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part one of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
13. Hey, you change it.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Anthony Schwartz going to bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here first. He's got a man, complete, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th.
Extra point by York is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson, throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. That's complete, left side to Bateman. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven 1st. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. And this one's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Hey, middle.
To throw is Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Wise getting on the line. A loss of 7. It's 4th down.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35. Now he exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On fourth down, Watson. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. He will have the conversion and more than that. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to fourth down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Eight yards to go on second down. Here's Chubb on the read option. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But then we're in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Jackson to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jackson. Steps away to his left. Connecting with Andrews. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Forward. No, we changed it.
Here's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he is out of bounds here. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll look to run with Edwards. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father, but why bother?